Uncertainty is an inherent part of life. We face it every day, whether it's uncertainty about our careers, relationships, health, or the future. This uncertainty can evoke feelings of anxiety, fear, and doubt, leading us to seek control and certainty. However, Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers a unique approach to navigating uncertainty. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. This mindset shift is crucial in dealing with uncertainty. Instead of getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, Stoicism encourages us to concentrate on the present moment. By doing so, we can break free from the grip of uncertainty and find inner peace. The Stoic concept of amor fati, embracing one's fate, is particularly relevant here. This idea involves accepting the present moment, including its uncertainties, as necessary and inevitable. By embracing uncertainty, we can transform our relationship with it. Rather than resisting or fighting it, we learn to navigate it with equanimity. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and what is outside of our control, external events, outcomes, and circumstances. This distinction, known as the dichotomy of control, helps us focus on what we can influence and let go of what we cannot. By concentrating on our internal strengths and capacities, we build resilience and develop a sense of agency, even in the face of uncertainty. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate inner strength through self-reflection, mindfulness, and indifference to external events. This inner strength enables us to face uncertainty with courage and confidence. We learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them, allowing us to make rational decisions and take deliberate actions. The Stoic practice of negative visualization is also valuable in navigating uncertainty. This involves imagining and preparing for potential adverse outcomes, not to induce fear or anxiety but to develop mental readiness. By contemplating the worst-case scenario, we can build resilience and develop strategies to cope with uncertainty. By embracing Stoicism, we can transform our relationship with uncertainty. We learn to approach it with a sense of curiosity, openness, and acceptance, rather than fear and resistance. In doing so, we discover that uncertainty is not something to be feared but rather an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and inner strength. The recognition that external events are beyond our control is not a call to passivity but rather an invitation to focus on our internal life, our thoughts, attitudes, and responses to the world around us. This focus on internal control is what allows us to navigate uncertainty with a sense of calm and purpose. The Stoics understood that while we cannot always predict or influence the outcome of events, Stoicism also offers practical strategies for dealing with uncertainty. One such strategy is the premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, which involves mentally preparing for potential challenges and setbacks. By visualizing and preparing for adverse outcomes, we can develop resilience and reduce anxiety. Another strategy is to focus on the process, not the outcome. Instead of getting caught up in worries about the future, Stoicism encourages us to concentrate on the present moment and the actions we can take. This mindset shift helps us cultivate a sense of control and agency, even in uncertain situations. The Stoic concept of memento mori, remembering one's mortality, is also relevant in navigating uncertainty. By acknowledging the impermanence of all things, including ourselves, we can gain perspective and clarity. This awareness encourages us to prioritize what truly matters and let go of trivial concerns. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for what we have, rather than fretting about what we don't know or can't control. By focusing on the present moment and the blessings we've received, we can find joy and contentment, even in uncertain times. In addition, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of community and social support. Surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals who share our values and principles can provide a sense of stability and security, even in uncertain circumstances. Ultimately, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to the anxiety and fear that often accompany uncertainty. By embracing Stoic principles, we can develop 1. Inner strength and resilience. 2. Clarity and perspective. 3. Focus on what we can control. 4. Acceptance of what we cannot control. 5. Gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can transform our relationship with uncertainty and navigate life's challenges with greater ease, confidence, and wisdom. Stoicism provides a timeless and universal framework for navigating uncertainty. By embracing its principles and practices, we can cultivate inner strength and resilience, develop clarity and perspective, focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot control, find gratitude and appreciation in the present moment. As we face life's uncertainties, Stoicism reminds us that we have the power to choose our response. We can choose to be anxious, fearful, and uncertain, or we can choose to be strong, resilient, and at peace. Navigating uncertainty is an inevitable part of the human experience, and Stoicism offers valuable insights and practices to help individuals cope with life's unpredictability and challenges. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the idea of accepting the inherent uncertainties of life and focusing on what is within one's control. By embracing the Stoic principles of resilience, virtue, and mindfulness, individuals can navigate uncertainty with grace, wisdom, and inner strength. Stoicism teaches individuals to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity by reframing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Rather than being consumed by fear or anxiety about the unknown, Stoics advocate for facing uncertainty with courage and a sense of perspective. By viewing obstacles as chances to practice virtue, individuals can develop resilience and emotional fortitude, enabling them to navigate uncertainty with grace and composure. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within one's control and letting go of attachment to external outcomes. By directing one's energy towards cultivating inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, individuals can find a sense of empowerment and tranquility in the midst of uncertainty. This practice of focusing on the present moment and what is within one's sphere of influence enables individuals to approach challenges with a clear mind and a steadfast commitment to living in accordance with reason and virtue. Stoicism also encourages individuals to practice mindfulness and acceptance in the face of uncertainty. By being fully present in each moment and accepting the impermanence of all things, individuals can cultivate a sense of peace and equanimity. This practice of mindfulness allows individuals to let go of worries about the future and find solace in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. By incorporating Stoic principles into their approach to uncertainty, individuals can navigate life's twists and turns with a sense of resilience, virtue, and mindfulness. Stoicism teaches that while we may not always have control over external events, we do have control over how we respond to them. By cultivating inner strength, focusing on what is within our control, and practicing acceptance of the present moment, individuals can face uncertainty with a calm and composed demeanor. Stoicism reminds us that uncertainty is a natural part of the human condition and that by embracing it with courage and wisdom, we can grow and flourish. By letting go of the need for certainty and control, individuals can find freedom in accepting the ebb and flow of life's uncertainties. Through the lens of Stoicism, uncertainty becomes an opportunity for self-discovery, growth, and the cultivation of a resilient and virtuous character. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece and was later developed by Roman thinkers, offers timeless wisdom for navigating uncertainty. In today's world, uncertainty is a constant presence, whether it comes in the form of global events, personal challenges, or the unpredictability of daily life. From economic instability to health crises, from relationship upheavals to career changes, uncertainty can provoke anxiety and fear. However, Stoicism provides a framework for finding peace and resilience amidst this uncertainty by teaching us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and live in accordance with our values. At its core, Stoicism is about cultivating inner strength and wisdom, enabling us to face the unknown with equanimity and courage. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously taught that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we respond to them. This idea is profoundly liberating when applied to uncertainty. Often, the fear of uncertainty arises from a desire to control the future or to predict what will happen. However, the reality is that much of life is beyond our control, whether it's the actions of others, the course of the economy, or even the weather. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we can reduce the anxiety that comes from trying to manage the uncontrollable. Stoicism teaches us to accept that uncertainty is a natural part of life and that our true power lies in how we choose to respond to it. This shift in focus from external events to internal responses is key to navigating uncertainty. Rather than wasting energy on worrying about what might happen, Stoicism encourages us to focus on preparing ourselves mentally and emotionally for whatever may come. This doesn't mean ignoring potential risks or challenges, but rather approaching them with a calm and rational mindset. The Stoics believed in the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, in which one considers possible negative outcomes in order to be better prepared to face them. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, we can reduce the shock and fear that often accompany uncertainty, and instead approach challenges with a sense of readiness and acceptance. This practice helps to cultivate resilience, as we become less reactive to unexpected events and more capable of adapting to change. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to embrace the present moment and to focus on what we can do right now. Uncertainty often pulls us into the future, causing us to worry about what may or may not happen. This forward-looking anxiety can prevent us from fully engaging with the present moment, where our true power lies. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in the present, recognizing that the past is unchangeable and the future is unknowable. Another key Stoic practice for navigating uncertainty is the cultivation of ataraxia, or inner tranquility. The Stoics believe that true peace comes not from external circumstances, but from within. This inner tranquility is achieved by accepting that we cannot control the world around us and by letting go of the need for things to be a certain way. In the face of uncertainty, Stoicism encourages us to find stability within ourselves rather than seeking it in external outcomes. This doesn't mean passivity or resignation, but rather the cultivation of a mindset that is not easily disturbed by external events. By developing this inner calm, we become more resilient in the face of uncertainty, able to maintain our composure and clarity of thought even when the world around us is chaotic. Stoicism also teaches the importance of aligning our actions with our values, regardless of external circumstances. In uncertain times, it can be tempting to act out of fear or desperation, making decisions that are inconsistent with our principles. However, the Stoics believe that virtue, living in accordance with reason and moral integrity, is the highest good, and that we should strive to act virtuously even in the face of uncertainty. This focus on virtue provides a stable foundation in an unpredictable world. When we are guided by our values rather than by fear, we can navigate uncertainty with a sense of purpose and integrity. Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot control outcomes, we can control our choices, and that living in alignment with our values is the key to a meaningful and fulfilling life. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to view challenges and uncertainty as opportunities for growth. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote that obstacles are not impediments to action, but rather opportunities for us to strengthen our character. This mindset shift is crucial for navigating uncertainty, as it encourages us to see adversity not as something to be feared or avoided, but as a chance to develop resilience, patience, and wisdom. When we embrace uncertainty as a natural part of life and view it as an opportunity for growth, we become more adaptable and less reactive. This perspective helps to reduce the fear and anxiety that often accompany uncertainty, allowing us to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than dread. In addition to cultivating resilience, Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of community and interconnectedness. While Stoicism is often associated with self-reliance and inner strength, the Stoics also believed in the importance of supporting others and contributing to the common good. In times of uncertainty, it can be easy to become isolated or to focus solely on our own fears and concerns. However, Stoicism encourages us to reach out to others, to offer support, and to recognize that we are all part of a larger whole. This sense of connectedness can provide comfort and strength in uncertain times. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to accept the impermanence of all things. The Stoics believe that everything in life is transitory, and that change is the only constant. This awareness of impermanence can be both humbling and liberating. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, neither good times nor bad, we can approach uncertainty with a greater sense of peace. Rather than clinging to the illusion of stability or permanence, Stoicism encourages us to embrace the ebb and flow of life, recognizing that uncertainty is an inherent part of the human experience. This acceptance of impermanence allows us to let go of the need for control and to find peace in the present moment, knowing that everything is subject to change. Stoicism offers a powerful framework for navigating uncertainty by teaching us to focus on what we can control, to accept what we cannot, and to cultivate inner strength and resilience. By embracing the present moment, aligning our actions with our values, and viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, we can face uncertainty with greater peace and composure. Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot predict or control the future, we can control how we respond to it, and that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external circumstances, but from living in accordance with our highest virtues. Through the practice of Stoicism, we can navigate uncertainty with courage, wisdom, and a deep sense of inner peace. A crucial aspect of Stoicism in navigating uncertainty is the concept of acceptance, particularly the idea of amor fati, or love of fate. This Stoic principle goes beyond mere tolerance of what happens to us. It invites us to embrace everything that occurs, both good and bad, as part of the natural course of life. The Stoics believed that the universe operates according to a larger, rational order, and while we may not always understand why things happen, we can choose how we respond to them. Amor Fati teaches us to not only accept the inevitable changes and uncertainties of life but to welcome them as necessary parts of our journey. When we practice Amor Fati, we cultivate an attitude of gratitude for all experiences, even the difficult ones. Uncertainty, then, is no longer something to fear but something to embrace as an opportunity for growth and learning. This mindset allows us to shift from a victim mentality, where we feel powerless in the face of uncertainty, to an empowered perspective where we recognize that every event, even those outside our control, can be used as a tool for self-improvement and deeper understanding. By loving our fate, we reduce resistance to life's inevitable ups and downs, making us more adaptable. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of mental training and preparedness in the face of uncertainty. One of the ways this is cultivated is through the Stoic practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios, not as a way to dwell on negativity, but to mentally prepare for potential challenges. By imagining what could go wrong, we desensitize ourselves to fear and panic and instead approach uncertainty with a sense of readiness. When we mentally rehearse the possibility of failure, loss, or hardship, we gain perspective on life's fragility and develop a mindset that can handle adversity. This practice trains us to be less emotionally reactive when things do not go as planned, giving us the mental fortitude to confront uncertainty with grace. Notably, negative visualization also helps us appreciate what we currently have. By considering the possibility of losing something we value, whether it's a relationship, a job, or good health, we are reminded not to take these things for granted. Instead of worrying excessively about what might be lost, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate gratitude for the present. This shift in mindset allows us to view uncertainty not with dread but with a greater appreciation for the now. The practice of gratitude, though often overlooked in Stoic teachings, is a natural byproduct of acknowledging the impermanence of life. When we recognize that nothing is guaranteed, we are more likely to cherish the moments we have and live fully in the present. Another core Stoic principle that helps navigate uncertainty is the cultivation of virtue as the highest good. The Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, emphasized that external circumstances, whether they are favorable or unfavorable, do not determine our happiness. Instead, the only true good is virtue, which is defined as living in accordance with reason, moral integrity, and wisdom. This perspective is particularly empowering in times of uncertainty because it shifts the focus from outcomes to actions. While we cannot control what the future holds, we can always control how we act in the present. By focusing on living virtuously, being honest, courageous, just, and temperate, we can find stability and purpose, regardless of external chaos. This focus on virtue provides a reliable compass in uncertain times. When we are unsure of what the future holds, it can be tempting to act out of fear or expediency, compromising our principles in the process. However, Stoicism reminds us that acting in alignment with our values is the true measure of a good life, not the outcomes we achieve. This understanding allows us to navigate uncertainty with integrity, knowing that as long as we stay true to our principles, we are living well. By prioritizing virtue over external success, Stoicism frees us from the anxiety that comes from trying to control results that are beyond our influence. Moreover, Stoicism's emphasis on reason helps us manage the emotional turbulence that often accompanies uncertainty. The Stoics believe that negative emotions like fear, anxiety, and anger arise from irrational judgments and distorted thinking. In the face of uncertainty, it is easy to catastrophize, imagining worst-case scenarios that may never come to pass. Stoicism teaches us to challenge these irrational thoughts by applying reason and logic. Rather than allowing our emotions to dictate our actions, we are encouraged to examine our thoughts carefully, asking whether they are based on facts or merely assumptions. This process of rational inquiry helps to calm the mind, reducing the emotional reactivity that uncertainty can provoke. Stoicism teaches us that uncertainty is not something to be feared, but rather a natural part of existence. The Stoics believe that by accepting the unpredictable nature of life, we can free ourselves from the anxiety and stress that often accompany uncertainty. This acceptance is not about resignation or passivity, but about recognizing that much of what happens in life is beyond our control. Once we accept this fundamental truth, we can begin to shift our focus away from trying to control the uncontrollable, and instead, direct our energy toward what we can influence, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. One of the most powerful tools Stoicism offers for dealing with uncertainty is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. The Stoics taught that instead of merely accepting the events that unfold in our lives, we should learn to embrace them fully. This means seeing every event, whether positive or negative, as a necessary part of our journey and an opportunity to practice our virtues. By adopting this mindset, we can transform our relationship with uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, we can approach it with a sense of openness. Inner peace is a state of being that transcends external circumstances, allowing us to remain calm, centered, and compassionate amidst life's challenges. It's a fundamental aspect of our well-being, influencing our relationships, decisions, and overall quality of life. Yet, achieving inner peace can seem elusive, especially in today's fast-paced, often chaotic world. Fortunately, cultivating inner peace is a skill that can be developed through intentional practices, mindset shifts, and self-awareness. One of the primary obstacles to inner peace is our tendency to seek external validation and control. We often look to external sources, relationships, career success, material possessions, to provide us with a sense of security and happiness. However, this approach is inherently flawed, as external circumstances are inherently unpredictable and ephemeral. True inner peace arises from within, stemming from a deep understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace. By focusing on the present moment, we can quiet the constant chatter of our minds and tune into our inner wisdom. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, help calm the nervous system, reducing stress and anxiety. Regular mindfulness practice also enhances self-awareness, allowing us to recognize thought patterns and emotions that undermine our inner peace. Self-compassion is another essential component of inner peace. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience, just as you would a close friend. Acknowledge your imperfections and limitations, and remind yourself that it's okay not to be perfect. Self-criticism and self-judgment only serve to erode inner peace, while self-compassion fosters a sense of safety and acceptance. Nature has a profound impact on our inner peace. Spending time outdoors, surrounded by natural beauty, can calm the mind, soothe the emotions, and reconnect us with the present moment. Being in nature encourages us to slow down, observe, and appreciate the simple things in life, cultivating a sense of awe and gratitude. Additionally, setting healthy boundaries is crucial for maintaining inner peace. Learn to say no to commitments that drain your energy and say yes to those that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Prioritize activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and protect your time and space from unnecessary stressors. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can begin to experience the profound benefits of inner peace, clarity, resilience, compassion, and a deeper connection to ourselves and others. Another essential aspect of cultivating inner peace is embracing non-attachment. Attachment to outcomes, expectations, and material possessions creates tension and stress. By letting go of our need for control and perfection, we open ourselves to the natural flow of life. Non-attachment allows us to accept what is, rather than resisting or fighting it. Forgiveness is also crucial for inner peace. Holding on to grudges and resentment weighs us down, preventing us from moving forward. Practicing forgiveness towards ourselves and others releases emotional baggage, freeing us to live in the present. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for inner peace. Focusing on what we already have, rather than what's lacking, shifts our perspective and cultivates contentment. Keep a gratitude journal, write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, or share your gratitude with a friend or loved one. Self-reflection and introspection are vital for inner peace. Regularly examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions helps us identify areas for growth and improvement. Schedule time for self-reflection, whether through journaling, meditation, or solo retreats. Lastly, connecting with our spiritual nature can profoundly impact inner peace. This may involve exploring faith, spirituality, or simply recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Cultivating a sense of oneness with the universe fosters compassion, empathy, and understanding. As we cultivate inner peace, we experience numerous benefits: improved mental clarity and focus, enhanced emotional resilience, increased compassion and empathy, better relationships and communication, greater sense of purpose and direction, improved physical health and well-being. In conclusion, cultivating inner peace requires intentional effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of external validation. By incorporating mindfulness, self-compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, and non-attachment into our daily lives, we can quiet the mind and calm the emotions, connect with our true nature and purpose, find clarity and direction in life's challenges, radiate peace, compassion, and understanding. As the ancient Greek philosopher, Aristotle, said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. By making inner peace a habit, we can transform our lives and create a more harmonious, compassionate world.